Hey there, I'm Nathan Pay and welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today we're going to be diving into Clementine's Nightmare, which is a game we've been following quite closely when it came across our desk quite a few months ago. And actually I was aware about it quite a ways before that, but there really wasn't much going on with the game, so I think this is a great time to cover it. So let's jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the great play to earn content we have coming out for you on a consistent basis and all the updates in regards to Clementine's Nightmare. When this game was first in development, what really caught my eye was the stunning art. Clementine's universe takes a turn for the worst when their world is invaded by creatures which are from other realities. Her town and the people she knew are now all gone, having been twisted by darkness. But just when it seems all hope is lost, powerful forces of light from across the universe come to help give Clementine and her friends a second chance. They mention Project Neighborhood, a new being, and the journey ahead. And if you're curious, click on the link and you'll see a comic book that goes into more details about all of this. In this game, you have to collect, and like dreams, no two NFTs are the same. You'll want to explore the lore and immerse yourself in the whimsical tale of Clementine's. You'll use the NFTs collected to play, and character NFTs will be available to all Genesis and Eclipse holders upon launch. What I like about this is they make it seem like it's going to be very skill oriented. They talk about the nuances and, like I said, how you're going to have to master it. That to me sounds like a type of game that I'd be interested in. The team behind Clementine's Nightmare has created an extensive list of NFT characters that you'll encounter within the world. While I'd love to dive into the details of the characters, there are simply way too many to cover, so I highly recommend you check it out yourself. What I can say is the art and design of the characters is nothing short of impressive. Speaking of creatures, my personal favorite has to be Kitchbane. It's like the sentient version of everything that's ever caused you pain in the kitchen. Every time I look at it, I can't help but think about the time I accidentally sliced my thumb on a cheese grater. I'm kind of curious, do you have any Kitchbanes of your own? Leave them down in the comments below. Now we have a couple of various statements from developers on where they want to take the game, and there was definitely a couple that caught my attention. One, for example, is how all Genesis and Eclipse holders will be able to run the market when the game is launched. I find this kind of interesting. One other thing that they mentioned is all holders will have first priority on things like characters, weapons, abilities, and more. So now there are a couple other things I want to show you in regards to the pre-game launch. Although there will not be a play-to-earn aspect included in the game until the proper launch, holders will be rewarded. Holders will be rewarded with early access to the alpha and beta versions of the game. They talk about how there'll be a drop for holders that consists of multiple rewards and cosmetics related to each NFT, as well as the pixel token before the public launch. Now, post-game launch, community members will play different parts of the game to unlock the pixel token. These may be used across multiple aspects of the game and the greater Clementine's Nightmare metaverse. The tokens act as currency for purchasing in-game packs and accessing other aspects of the game. Pixel tokens can also purchase unleashing transfers of any owned hero, which essentially puts a hero on the blockchain as an NFT. There will be requirements for creating NFTs from in-game heroes, such as your level or power. And post-game NFTs will differ from the actual game release NFTs. Once the first and only reward of Pixel token is released, there will be no further releases, and the only way to earn Pixel will be playing directly in the game. Now, I particularly like this model because it's really going to incentivize people grinding or playing the game as the primary way to generate that token. Doesn't mean the development team can just release another batch of tokens or do more drops down the road, which will help with the token price. Moving on to the NFTs, the Genesis collection just recently did drop, which was another big reason why I wanted to create this video for you all. The Genesis collection consists of 10 different characters with a maximum supply of 500 unique assets, totaling 5,000 in total. The Eclipse collection details will be released this year, April 7th, and this phase will feature characters that were not included in Phase 1. It will consist of 20 characters with a maximum supply of 500 unique assets and 10 unique one-of-one legendaries, which gives us a total of 10,010 NFTs. As a holder of a Genesis or Eclipse NFT, you'll automatically be entered into Project Neighborhood, which is a hyper-exclusive 3D collection which is minted both as in-game skins and metaverse-ready PFPs. Now, as a holder, not only will you be one of the first to play Clementine Nightmare's card battler, you'll also be able to join into the discussion with the development team and help them along their journey. Alpha testing for holders should be starting basically any time now, so fingers crossed. Okay, so I've been wanting to talk about this, the currency advantage. The way that Pixel works is the moment you collect an NFT, you start accumulating Pixel. And based on the rarity of your NFTs, the amount that you hold, all of those contribute to the amount of Pixel that you'll be earning within the game. There's also their ink token, where they talk about how you can convert Pixel into ink. However, it's good to know that you cannot convert back from ink into Pixel. They also talk about how you'll get insider access, such as pre-sale spots for additional projects, communication from the team, inclusion in AMAs, and more. They also talk about how the longer you hold, the more potential benefits you'll earn, such as certain badges, in-game skins, and more. So 2 main things I really like about it is the pixel generation, how you're actually incentivized to really play the game to generate the pixel, because that's the only way you can do it. And then also the longer you hold the NFTs, the more potential rewards there are. This will help prevent a lot of flipping or reselling, because obviously people are going to want to try to get the most out of their earnings based on the assets they hold. So I think this is a smart move by the team. Now, there are some key differences I want to cover about Genesis Phase 1 and Eclipse Phase 2. So for Genesis, they talk about how you'll get a 15% increase on ink the moment that you purchase, and you'll also accumulate more ink at that moment of purchase. So the main difference with Eclipse, although you still do get early access to the alpha in the game, you don't get the 15% increase on ink, and you don't get the ability to do the free mints with Project Neighborhood. Now, I think this is fair. It's definitely incentivizing picking up the Genesis collection as opposed to the Eclipse, but if you weren't able to make it in there or you're kind of priced out, this is a nice alternative that still allows you to play the game if you go the Eclipse route. Now, you've probably heard me mention Project Neighborhood a couple times in this video, so let's take a closer look at that. Project Neighborhood is a separate 3D NFT created as a reward for Clementine Nightmare NFT holders. These will be from the world of Clementine, but will differ greatly from the original Clementine NFT collection. Project Neighborhood will be a mint for both an in-game base, skins, and 3D ready PFP, which will be the first step towards metaverse support. I'm particularly excited about the base aspect. I think it's going to add a lot of diversity to the gameplay, and we're kind of seeing that a lot with a lot of other games with plots and lands, so this is kind of their take on it in my opinion. Taking a quick look at the roadmap, I definitely like how they don't have the dates just listed there, as we've noticed tons of Web3 projects are struggling to hit those dates, and quite often the roadmap isn't even updated. I would definitely love to do a deep dive on the white paper sometime soon, but there's a ton of information here, so we'll have to save that for another video. This game is definitely one I would put in my top 10 right now. It gives me American McGee's Alice vibes, which is a game I used to love when I was a lot younger. If you've played that game before, you'll know what I mean. And if you've made it this far through the video, definitely drop us a like. I think we've earned it. And until next time, cheers.